Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you.
Thanks, voice protagonist.
Hey, how you doing?
Doing well. How are you? Welcome aboard, Adam. Yeah, his mic is muted, but for, it's glad you guys came because now we can start the stream.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey
here.
there. Ah, and Sin's just arrived.
Yes.
Welcome aboard, Sin.
Thanks for having me. I just got off another live stream, so I was just kind of running from one place to the next.
Yep, I'm at I'm at my parents' house for a while, looking out for the cats too. They're out on vacation right now, but I'm sure I'm sure they don't mind because tonight this is what since you've been into movies, and I thought we this would be a great start. This is the tonight's topic is focused on the Tron movies.
Right.
Yep, going back to 1982 is where the first movie originally started, and it has been quite. At first, it started off as something that didn't gravitate much towards folks, but later on, when it came out on home video, it seems to have appealed to more people around the world, and that's what led to the sequel to the Tron Legacy and more.
Yeah, it got a cult following. I remember when it came out back in the day.
I was also up against a lot of other big movies at the time.
Yeah, it was 82, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
82.
Yeah. I had the read along book of this with the tape and the book and everything because I didn't have a TV, so this was the closest I got to it.
Yep. Yeah, and yeah, Tron is actually focused on that. It's named after the character that's been portrayed by one of the other, you know, someone called
Bruce
Bruce
Boxleitner.
Boxleitner.
Yep.
yeah, Bruce Broxelinger. What?
This movie is a little bit this movie is very close to the type of books I work on in the audiobook industry that I'm involved in, called
Oh,
Lit RPG, with people inside a game. So that's what this reminded me of a lot. I'm not a fan of Lit RPG. So,
yeah, yeah. Anyway, the based on the color schemes that you here in since the original movie, much of the Tron characters usually have the characters in the digital world, also known as the grid, go at be portrayed in opposite by different colors. The blue, which represents Tron and other players, usually represent the good guys, and the ones in the orange and red,
or
like
bad.
Star, they represent the bad, what represent the bad guys. Sorry for my verbal. I'm kind of off-putting sometimes.
It's all good.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, yeah. David Warner was Sark, you know, famous actor, and well, Bruce was.
Right. Yes, he was.
Yeah, in the first movie, they had the cast play multiple characters, including, like Jeff Bridges. He played, Kevin Flint, and then played, and as well as playing, making a cameo as Clue.
Hey, Corey.
1.0. Hmm,
I'll try to bump it up. Sorry if my audio is low.
no
I have
problem.
it up pretty high. I don't want to blow anybody's eardrums out. I'll put it up. I had it at 140. I'll put it at 160.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. The the grid was created by a company that is owned and run by a guy called Dillinger, who was also played by David Warner.
Hmm.
And Jeff Bridges, well, he was someone that wanted to take the job, but then couldn't. So instead, he was kind of working at an arcade place. You know where he goes.
It was his arcade place. He
Yeah, I
owned
think
it.
he owned it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he
Yeah,
did because it was called Flynn's.
yeah, Flynn's Arcade. Yeah, that was the place. Yeah, he owned the arcade, and there he was also met by two people who are still employees of the company.
Incom. Hmm.
Yeah, run by Dillinger.
I watched this movie last night, and I couldn't get over all that '80s clothes, like that dude wearing those knee socks. It's like, oh my god.
Very, very 80s. But what was impressive about it was how good the visuals actually were for the time period
Oh, they
Mhm.
still
Yeah.
that
hold
it came out in. Yeah. And of course, the second movie is even more beautiful as far as that goes.
Mhm.
Yep.
I
Yeah.
was
Yeah, but
having
this
flashbacks.
is groundbreaking stuff as far as
Yep.
the effects goes. A lot of it was still done by hand. People think the whole thing is computer graphics, but
Yeah. Not the whole thing.
no, not nearly the whole thing. But when you see the tanks and the light cycles and stuff, that's all CG.
Were y'all excited about this? I mean, were you old enough to be when this movie was out?
I saw it in the theater. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
None of my friends had any buzz over it because it was like, oh, it's
it
Disney
was kind of,
garbage.
yeah, it was a moderate success at the box office. I remember when it was out, I had that, that read along book with and tape and everything, but I never saw it on the big screen. I didn't see it until a few years later, when it came out on home video. And I remember being a little underwhelmed by it when I first saw it. And I
Same.
felt kind of similar. I mean, it's okay. I don't hate these movies, but they're not something that I would rush out to watch again and again. Having said that, I did buy a ticket to Aries. Oh my gosh, I don't know why, but
Oh,
whatever.
you're a gambler.
Yeah, I don't know how that's gonna go. We'll see. I'll know by this time tomorrow.
I'm losing hope. I'll be honest.
I never had a ton, but I was like, well, because I'd never seen the second one, you guys, until I finished it actually this afternoon. I was like,
Wonderful.
well, I've seen the two. I may as well go ahead and watch the new one. We'll see. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yep. Kevin. Yeah. Yeah. Jeff Bridges. And I have to be honest, I've been actually introduced to Jeff Bridges mostly physically to his role as Obadiah, aka Ironmonger from Iron Man. Before
Oh.
before I saw him in Tron Legacy and learned that he appeared as the main protagonist of this movie.
Yep, he's been. I mean, of course, I'm quite a bit older than all of y'all, but I remember Jeff from way back when. One of the first movies that I saw him in would have been King Kong from
Mhm.
1976. Really
76
love. Yeah,
remake.
Oh, I remember that.
76. Love that. That's actually my favorite version of Kong.
It's one of my favorite movie posters as well.
Oh, so and the score. Oh my gosh, and the cinematography, so good.
Yeah.
Really good.
Yeah, he's been around for a while.
Yep. He has indeed. He was with yeah, I mean, I've seen the movie that he was in with Clint Eastwood. I think it's called Thunderbolt and Lightfoot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's way back when.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah, and you gotta hand it to Jeff Bridges too. Yeah, he was quite a nut bar too as Flynn, but also pretty clever computer genius who was looking to go in to try to stop this supercomputer called the Master Control Program from constantly hacking so many files of everyone worldwide around the globe, including potential secrets to the Soviets back then, including other companies and potentially even more like nuclear warheads and stuff, as well as dirt on people like Dillinger, Edward Dillinger. Yeah, it's quite crazy. As soon as Kevin Flynn entered the facility, he then gets sucked into the grid by the Master Control Program and gets put into a suit. Well, kind of ends up being part of the digital world along with everyone in there like Tron and
He definitely does end up being part of the digital world.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he's well cast in this part. He's a little cocky, a little flippant, a bit of an outsider. He plays it really well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
exactly. Yeah. Yeah, and the discs. Yeah. That
So-
too.
Yeah, it gets an identity disk, which all programs have to have.
Yep, identity discs.
I had totally forgotten Grandpa from The Lost Boys was in this first movie. Completely forgot that he was. So that was fun to see him in there.
Yeah, that too.
Did you
Yep.
guys think that this was an allegory for religion as well?
Maybe.
It,
You know, they were
touches-
talking about
Hello,
the
deleted.
users and going after people for having faith in the users and stuff like that. It just kind of occurred to
Not-
me when I was watching it.
Not overtly, but there's definitely those elements to it
Yeah.
for sure. Then you ascend at the end. And
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
I
deleted.
just found
So-
this movie to be like a mix of different movies I was watching. I saw like elements of Star Wars. I thought I saw elements of several other movies that were just mushed together. I'm like, what am I watching really?
Yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah,
too.
it's different.
Yep.
But it received multiple nominations. I'm seeing here: best costume design and
Mhm.
best sound. It should have gotten some sort of nomination for visuals.
Well,
Yeah,
the,
I don't-
the problem there, and this is kind of ironic now, but back then, CGI was so new
Well,
that they considered it a bit of a cheat.
cheating. Yes, exactly. I
Yeah.
found that out that it wasn't. You
So-
know, it should have been, but yes, it was
Absolutely.
kind of disqualified because it was cheating.
And look where we are now
Okay.
with CGI. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
This
Yeah,
is
they
the
didn't
same year as ET, so I mean, fat chance.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. There's
Yeah.
that.
People didn't understand CGI much back then like they do today. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, soon as Flynn started becoming part of the group, he ended up playing the games that were being hosted by Stark and his men. And also even pitting him against one of his own one of the guys in blue.
Oh yeah,
It's the
Yeah.
accountant guy, isn't it?
yeah. I didn't realize until I rewatched it tonight that
That
was
it was
Peter
who?
Jurassic. That was Londo Mollari from Babylon 5.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'd forgotten he was in the film.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you guys notice the little Pac-Man image
Oh yeah.
inside the game? I thought that was funny. I don't know. I got a kick out of that. I watched it with my son on Sunday. He'd never seen it. So yeah, he had. And this was my second time watching the first movie.
Cool. Yeah. Stuff like that. I mean, this is another one of the signs that appeared in the movie, a tank.
Hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, it was totally computer animated back then, just before CGI and visuals became more advanced up to Tron Legacy. This was how they had to do digital stuff like tanks in the digital world of Tron. Yeah, quite impressive though. But you've got to wonder what they would look like now if we have actually got to see them in the Legacy and the upcoming movie.
Yeah, I don't think they showed tanks in the second one, did they? Not like this.
Yeah,
I don't remember them showing.
I don't remember any tanks. in
Okay. I mean, some
Legacy.
things were, like those the light cycles, and then those, I don't know what those things were called. Those things that
Oh,
look like a big arch.
Recognizer.
The
Yeah, is that what it's
recognizers.
called? Okay,
Yeah.
those I recognize from the first movie.
hmm
Yeah, it's all coming in the new one.
I
Yeah.
noticed. I saw that in the trailers. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, also, yeah, there was also the scene where Kevin Flynn while they were being chased by the guys, he was trying to save one of these programs that was on his side. Someone who died.
Mhm.
Yeah, who was that guy?
I don't remember that character's name.
Ram?
Yeah, Ram.
Ram.
yeah.
That's
Oh,
it.
Ram.
Derp. Yeah, Ram.
Ah, Ram. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a real dramatic saying. Where's Ram? He didn't make it.
Yeah.
Didn't make it.
Yep. Yep. That's Ram for you.
Ram who?
Yeah.
uh,
Ram, my
Daniel
friend,
Shore, who was on Cagney and Lacey, and I actually first saw him in this horror movie that was originally entitled Dead Kids. But needless to say, they changed the title and called it like Strange Behavior or something like that. You can actually find it on YouTube. There's like a VHS rip of it that you can find. I first remember seeing him in that, and then a movie again that I saw probably at far too young an age on cable, because they ran that movie like a million times on like Movie Channel and stuff like that. So when I got the Tron, I go, oh, that guy.
Oh, him.
Yeah, that too.
The funny thing about the tanks is I never understood. And they always have these random lines. So he says, "Oh, I never should have written so many tank programs." What were you doing tank programs for? For games or something? I don't know. It was just so much randomness in this movie. It was hard to keep track of.
I think it's implied that a lot of the games he had a hand in.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's also these kinds of ships that are put together in shapes and stuff.
Yeah, that's the one I was referring to.
Yeah. It kind of resembles a piece of a claw from the claw machine, but here it's like you put these shapes and stuff, like the rhombus, the triangles and stuff, all together. Kind of creative too.
I love sound effects in movies, and I love that recognizer sound when it goes by.
Yeah.
I love that sound.
Yeah. Flynn probably never even realized when he had escorted Ram into this ship, not knowing it was actually a moving ship. And then he had to outrun the others in this stuff. No problem. Yeah. And there's also a third main blue character. Someone called, who was called. Well, let me see. Oh, oops, not you know.
Are you talking about Yuri?
Yuri.
Oh yeah, Yuri.
That was the program's name.
Forget
right?
how to spell her
Welcome
name.
back, Skyfire.
Hello.
Yep, had him on for Transformers with me and others, including Dark Hour last month, which was season 1. I'm looking to think of when to do the second season, but for now, it's glad you could join us.
Absolutely. Tron, one of my favorite movies in the 80s.
Yep.
Hello, Skyfire. It's the first time.
Hello, Adam.
Skyfire is a big fixture over on our channel, B-roll. So.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you all. Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Adam runs a great show on Friday nights. Best way to spend the evening.
Oh, thanks, bud. Appreciate you being there and keeping an eye on Twitch for us. Thank you.
Are all of your links in the description of this live stream? I'll try to go sub to everybody if so.
Sure.
Same.
Yeah, I can help with that. Yeah, hang on. Meantime, anyway, while I take care of that, I'll put up Yuri for you. Much like Tron and much like Clue, her looks are modeled just like the user who plays her, since they're played by the same actors and celebrities on set.
I forget her name at the moment, but she is lovely.
Yeah, but she passed. Yeah,
Cindy
she is.
Morgan. Yeah.
That's right. Thank you.
Yeah, but she passed away 2 years ago, back on December 30th of 2023.
Oh no.
Sadly, yeah.
How old was she?
Yeah, it was quite unfortunate. Would have been great to also see her in Legacy as well. I'm sure they wouldn't
Yeah,
be
I was
able.
wondering why didn't show up, I didn't realize that she had. No, she would have. She would have been in Legacy. She would have still been alive.
She's in Legacy, but if you blink, you miss her.
Oh, she is. I
Yeah.
Really?
totally missed her then.
Yeah.
That
Yep.
doesn't mean she can't be in Tron Ares because we got all the CGI now.
That's true.
Yep. I know that too. It's kind of a pity though. She's also this character she played in the Blue. It's also the love interest of Tron, just like
In
his
real life.
user.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like their users being love interest in real life as well. Which is kind of interesting too. Yeah, Flynn encountered her along the way after escaping the orange guys in that hexagonal shaped aircraft vehicle.
So in the real world, she and Flynn used to date.
Used to, yes.
They were
That's right.
broken up, and then she was with Alan.
Yeah,
Okay.
they all know each other from
Yeah,
the
yeah.
company.
Not much for browsing. He just straight. Yeah. Stayed
Yep.
in the office. Yeah.
Yep, that too.
But then again, you kind of get the idea that they kind of don't really leave work all that much.
Yeah, exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, it's just they're right there, so it's
Yeah.
easiest.
Yep,
I'm
that's
pretty
true.
sure one of them mentioned sleeping at his desk most nights just because they were working so much.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah, he did say that.
Mhm.
So interesting seeing them in black and white pictures of the suits without the lines glowing.
Yeah. Yep, that too. Yeah. Yeah, Flynn, much like he had with his ex in the real world, kind of had a thing for Yuri too. Eventually, yeah.
These costumes are pretty magnificent. In real life, they're sort of a light gray, and they have 3M reflective tape all over them for the lines. And then
I 13 King style.
those were
Hey, how's it
enhanced
going?
by hand animation drew on top of them to give it more of a glow.
Mm.
There's a lot of handwork in this film, actually. A lot of old school techniques.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, plenty. Yeah.
Well, it's an
Oh,
interesting look. I mean, it's it's pretty
Very
intriguing.
original.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
absolutely original.
Yeah, I like the colors.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Me too. Colors are amazing and impressive when you look at them. I mean, look at how they did the neon lighting pads on their helmets, their suits. Man, quite impressive.
Yeah, they had to rotoscope all that because it was animated. That's why it looks so detailed because they had to
Mhm.
animate over their bodies.
Oh, rotoscoping is so tedious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I've done it.
Mm-hmm. My son
Yes.
has. I know.
So more
lot
than
of work.
likely, they animated it partially, and then they were like in a green screen, in a weird bodysuit or something with a hat, and then they just put the helmet and that Tron, that Tron bodysuits on them in post.
Mhm.
Still looks good nonetheless.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
weird though that in the sequel though they didn't have the helmets though. They never wore the helmets.
Not
Yeah.
those types. Yes, that's true. The head stuff that they wore was completely different.
Mm-hmm.
It
Very
looked more
much.
like a motorcycle helmet than
Mhm.
whatever this helmet was.
Yeah.
Then like a battle type of helmet.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And Sarkiri kind of his helmet was quite different from the others. I mean, look. I mean, it's not much like others, or even his own foot soldiers. Here, he kind of looks like he was wearing a pharaoh's hat or something that had to be retrofitted into something like an astronaut from outer space or something. You know, the way he looks with this, with the helmet and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's different.
more of a king, more of a pharaoh kind of a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, Pharaoh.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
also looked like the mesh the headdress that had the mesh metal in it that knights would wear sometimes.
Yeah.
It looks like that
Yeah.
too, kind of.
Yep. Yeah. And the cycles back then. Yeah. How would you compare them to how they're done today? Yeah, back then.
Well, obviously they look
Yeah.
so
To
much cooler.
Legacy?
Yeah, to Legacy. Oh
They
my gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
did,
Big difference.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because you do get the sense that, as in real life, as
Yes.
technology,
Yep.
increased in our world, it's kind of done the same
Mhm.
within the grid.
Yeah, and
And
that fits.
yeah, it's
That's exactly what I was thinking
yeah,
when I was
it's
watching the
pretty well
second
done.
one.
Now, I have kind of an
Yeah.
interesting history with Legacy because, and I'll talk a little bit more about it when we get to Legacy. But I'll talk about it when we get to Legacy. But yeah, I do think the light cycles are obviously much better. But even back
Oh,
then,
yeah.
looking at it like this, I was
Hey,
like, I
Monty.
want one.
Yeah, right. They're cool,
Oh,
aren't
absolutely,
they?
yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, I wanted that, and I wanted the Tron, not the Tron, the Back to the Future hoverboards that we never got. Still to this day,
No.
we're never gonna get them unless we somehow use magnets on boards.
We're not
Yeah.
getting jetpacks either. So
Nope.
Darn.
Yeah.
Or flying
Yeah.
cars.
I know. I was just thinking that. You know how many times it would be fantastic to be able to get out of traffic with a flying car?
Yeah,
I've
it'd be
always wanted
cool.
one of those.
Yeah, but it never made it last year, did it?
No, I doubt
we
it will.
can't be trusted with regular cars.
That's
so-
true.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, that as well. Yeah. Featuring these two opposing figures in the different colors. Yeah. Orange and blue. Neon blue. Quite cool opposites.
Oh yeah, visually it's great. It's very easy to tell who's who and what's going on.
Yeah.
and it's interesting that Flynn, as a user, was able to disguise himself with the orange, but none of the other programs could. They were, if you were a program, you were blue. If you were part of the MCP, you were orange, and that was it. Flynn
Yeah.
was a user, though. He could absorb that orange glow.
Well,
and
he's also a
disguise himself.
programmer, so he's got an advantage over programs that are strictly programs. He can think outside
Yeah,
of his own
yeah.
box or coding or whatever you want to call it.
Yep. Yeah, and this is the Master Control Program. Yeah. They say he was voiced also voiced by David Warner as well.
Mm-hmm. I felt like I could tell that was the case.
Yeah.
End of line.
Yeah. Some wanted Warner to voice Shockwave in Dark of the Moon, but he never got the part, and it went to Frank Welker. I mean, Warner was more than just an actor. He was also great at voice acting, and he even did the voice of a rogue Men in Black agent from Men in Black animated series.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wasn't he the one who played in a movie where he was like Jack the Ripper?
Oh, I
Yeah.
Was
never
that
saw
him?
that.
Time after time. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Is that
never
what it
saw
was?
that one.
Yeah.
Oh, that was him? Oh, wow.
I
Yeah.
thought for sure it was. I saw him and that was who I mean, he plays a villain a lot of times.
He did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And for those of us that have watched Mystery Science Theater, he was famously a villain and a hero in Quest of the Delta Knights.
Yep.
Oh, haven't
Okay.
seen that
Dual
one.
roles.
Definitely. Yeah. Control Program is definitely a menacing entity. Yeah. Yeah, this thing, he was quite powerful for having so much control of the grid.
Well,
Yeah.
terrified of the MCP when I first saw him as a kid.
Oh,
Yeah, he
really?
looked. Yeah, he was definitely terrifying when I saw him weeks ago, last month.
I
He's
got
a
to.
bit-
I wasn't so much. I wasn't so much scared. I was more like, this is all going on inside of a computer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, oh,
There's very much a Wizard of Oz thing going on here too, where you
oh, for
sort of
sure.
brought
Yeah.
into the throne room to meet the master.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely.
Yeah,
Well, and he
very
had
much.
visions
And
of
when
world
they,
domination too, right?
Yeah.
When there
Mhm.
was scene, when there was a scene where he's talking about going out and getting into embassies or something. I forget what it was exactly, but it was one of those throwbacks to, the Orban Project or Colossus, all these other things. That's what I was saying when I was thinking about all these different tie-ins to older movies. It was like kind of jumbled together. This supercomputer. This was 2 years before the Terminator, right? 2 years
Yeah.
before.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's definitely the case right there, boys. Anyway, with Flynn's help, Tron was able to destroy this monster of a master control program. That all I had to do to beat him was to cripple him from the inside. After he tried to use a oversized shark to try to fend him off. Yeah, something like that.
I felt a little underwhelmed by his reveal, to be honest. I'd completely forgotten about him. Like I said, I forgot about most of everything about this movie. But when he's all built up in your mind, and then when you see him, it's just like, wow, it feels like they could have done a better job on him.
Not back then they
how
couldn't.
I guess, but you know how impressive all the other visuals were. I guess I was expecting something more.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah, and some of these designs for the first one kind of looked awkward, like we're looking at a cyber world version of the. Hi there, Ejecta. It's like looking at a
I'm gonna
cyber,
check.
you know, ancient Egyptians and stuff. Yeah, including this guy that they went to.
There's Grandpa.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Dumont, master of the control of the communications tower.
yeah, yeah. That too.
So it kind of
The
makes sense,
Oracle.
the costume kind of makes sense because he's jacked into all of these other systems. So, he's very limited in what he can do, but what he can do, he does very well.
Hmm.
So, they have him locked into this system, but he has total control over it.
Yeah, that too.
And it's interesting too because he's being played by the actor that portrayed in the real world the original founder of NCOM,
Mhm.
Yeah,
who'd been
Mhm.
deposed by Dillinger.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
that's a little symbolism there of him being locked into place by Dillinger's master control program.
yeah, yeah. I mean, Dillinger, Shark Master Control Program. They were all done by David Warner. Where was that? Yeah, there was also another picture of what the Master Control Program looked like at human size. Yeah, I mean, I saw it earlier. Here it is. Yeah, this is what. Yeah, see this?
Hmm.
Yeah, that kind of looks like a sphinx shaped when you're looking at him being encased inside for a master control program. Yeah, kind of looks. Yeah, definitely looks like ancient Egyptian sphinx with orange glow around the hill. You know the lines and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, I found that extremely underwhelming. And then he
Mm.
Yeah.
just disappears. It's like his face just rolls back in. It's like, and he's done.
yeah, yeah,
And
something like that.
it's almost like a call out to Wizard of Oz.
Mm.
he was the wizard. You know, the whole time you have the master control, the giant, you know, pillar that's presenting itself as the MCP. But once that facade is ripped down, all you have is this little man in the,
Mm.
you know, like you said, in this Sphinx-like
Yeah.
costume. He was the man behind the curtain the whole time.
Yeah. So it
Mhm.
was
That's
kind
a good point.
So this was kind of like Wizard of Oz inspired.
I think so.
Yeah, I can go with that.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, and they think, as well as coming up with a new. Yeah, it is. It was kind of hard to think of completely original stuff back then, but hey, at least they found a new use for it and made sure to not make it too exact, like other films as we are seeing right now. I mean, if you all seen that second Joker movie, they say it was more of a generic copy of the one that flew over the cuckoo's nest with Jack Nicholson and Danny DeVito.
Oh, let's not talk about Joker 2.
I skipped that when
Gosh.
the first word out of Sin's mouth during her review was, "Nope."
Yeah, I hear you.
It's like, oh, I'm
Yeah.
still angry about that movie. It's been almost a year, and I'm still pissed about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not watching that.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
save
Neither am I.
yourself. Save yourself
Thank
the
you.
heartache.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, in the end, Kevin, they say that in the end, from what I've seen, they say that Kevin Flynn cooed Dillinger out of power and took over the company. You know, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, yeah, because
Yeah, he took
the
it
whole
back.
thing that kicked this off was Flynn originally wrote all of these games on his own time using the systems, but Dillinger eventually found them, claimed them
Mhm.
as his own, and used that to gain power within the company. And then once he was able, Flynn was able to, you know, help Tron take out the MCP, he was able to find the data that proves that the games were his to begin with,
Yes.
and they were able to kick Dillinger out and take over.
Yep.
And I love that the helicopter has the same lines on it. You can't see it now, obviously, but this helicopter has the same glowing lines that you
Hmm.
see in the grid.
Amen to that.
Yeah, yeah.
That was such a cool effect.
You bet.
Nice details.
Definitely great details.
I think there's a night shot of the helicopter too. If I'm
Oh,
Yeah, it's like, yeah, isn't that the one? Yeah, that's the one that really stood out to me because it had all that red. I think it was red. The
you
glowing
mean like
line,
this?
like that one. Yeah.
yeah, that would check out.
Yeah. Encom in orange glow of a helicopter.
Mhm.
What?
Yep, there it
Yeah.
is. Yep.
What part of the movie was this scene in?
That was in the beginning, towards the beginning. Dillinger's were called back to the company by the MCP because he became aware that Flynn was trying to hack into the system.
Yeah, that too.
I remember at first when it showed that, I thought that was already inside the computer
Yeah.
because it looks so much like it.
Yep. Now, are we ready to explore Tron Legacy, or is there more we should look before we move on?
I'm cool with moving on.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. Tron, one of those milestones of my childhood. I had a blast watching it when I was a kid. I had a blast watching it again, rewatching it again tonight. So yeah, it still holds up.
It still holds up. It may not be
Yeah.
the best movie, but it was one of the most
No.
important movies ever made.
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, for
Yeah.
me, there's some silly parts in there. I don't, I'm not going to recite them for, just for no reason to, but it was like, I kept watching it going, this is kind of like weird. I mean, I love this movie, but it just
Yeah.
had these little touches, like the whole, Flynn and Alan and Yuri, like what is going on with those three? It was like all this dynamic with them was some, and
Yep.
a few other just off the wall things that happened for just strange reasons. It would just, that was just me.
It's a little
Yeah.
goofy. It's a little goofy. It's like I said, it's not the best movie, but you got to respect its place in cinema.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, yeah. I love how the visuals improved, became more ultra realistic and amazing. Back then, quality was still at its peak, even after Revenge of the Fallen. I mean, man, look at all the detail and nice color palette too. This was definitely where Hollywood should have kept the quality at before that shift that occurred in 2015. I mean, so much rich quality, all of it gone, so much of it gone. You wonder how much is left out there,
Well,
and not just. Yeah. Oh, go
It'll be
ahead.
interesting to see how the new movie compares
Yeah.
to this one, because I thought this one was
Yeah.
beautiful
Well,
visually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it's style over substance for me. It's beautiful eye
Yeah.
candy, and the soundtrack is amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
The story is basically the story of the first one.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got Jeff Bridges' face once again pasted onto a CGI figure.
Yeah, that was a little weak, but
Yeah.
that was what, 15 years ago or
Yeah,
so.
yeah.
So
But,
yeah,
Yeah.
this was about the
I-
best.
I couldn't stop thinking of Iron Man with his face floating around. It was a little weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
a beautiful movie.
Yeah.
Aesthetically, just wonderful.
now
Oh yeah.
when I first saw the movie in theaters, I don't know if it just caught me on entirely the wrong day, but when I first saw it in theaters, I was not impressed. I didn't like the story. It lost me very early. I couldn't see a lot of it. I saw it in 3D, and I couldn't see a
Oh.
lot of it because the picture was just like so. It looked muddy. It was dark,
Hmm.
and in a lot of cases it was like I'm hearing these disembodied voices, and I'm like, who's talking to who, and who's that, and
You might
and
have got
I
a bad,
I
you might have got a
really
bad projection. That would
yeah,
be a
I must
premise.
have, because I
Yeah.
really didn't like the movie, and I didn't remember a whole lot about it. Now, I just before we went on, I rewatched it again, so for the stream. I think it's a much better movie now that I could see everything that was going on. Number
Yeah,
one,
that helps.
Yeah.
I could I understood the story a little bit better, which is kind of making me wonder if I didn't just doze off in the middle of the damn thing, because I didn't remember a lot of it. And
Yep.
because even in it's, I have issues with it. It's not
Yeah.
a perfect movie. It's called Tron Legacy. Can we see more Tron, please?
Yeah.
We get Tron for like maybe 5 minutes, and
Well,
then,
and
and
a lot
then
of
he's
times-
Rinsler for the rest of the time,
Yeah,
and
his
then he's
fa-
back again, and
Yeah, there was stuff
you
I
know.
didn't understand about some of the some of the things that
Yeah.
were happening that just didn't add up. Like, how the hell are they eating inside this computer world, and what are they eating?
Or
I mean,
why
it's just like,
are they
What are
eating?
they-
and
Yeah,
why
or
are they like?
why?
Yeah, exactly. And
what are they, RAM chips or something? Here, Gypsy, have your RAM
weird.
chip.
And
you
what are
know?
they drinking?
Yeah.
What snapped Tron out of his bad guy mode? If the disc was so important, why the hell did Flynn have it on his? I know they carried it on their back, but they're after it. Why are you carrying it right there where someone could rip it off? Like stuff like that. How did he bring his books into the computer world with him? I don't understand this either. I guess he used the laser to bring them in.
Google
Before he got
digitized
trapped?
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They,
Yeah.
they were really PDFs.
That's what it
yeah.
was. And I don't understand how some people would break apart during light cycle collisions, but others just fell off the light cycle. I was like, okay, I don't know. I did
Why
think that Headland was a great pick for Jeff Bridges' son.
Yeah,
I thought he
yeah,
did really good. He
he's-
favored him, and he sounded like him sometimes too.
Hmm.
So I thought that was an impressive casting choice.
Yeah.
Loved
I've
the
s-
light
I've s-
cycle fight at the beginning. Love that.
I've seen this movie twice, and I still don't really know what it's all about. I think I get distracted by all the visuals, and I don't
it's
pay attention to the plot at all. And I'm like,
I think the trouble with it is that it is pieces of other movies. It's got a lot of the first movie in it. It's got a lot of Force Awakens in it. I don't remember which one was first, but there's a lot of Force Awakens in it. There's a lot of there's a lot of the Matrix in it.
I think this one was first.
I
Right?
kind
Yeah,
of
before
Force
Force Awakens.
Awakens. Yeah.
okay. Well, then Force Awakens ripped off Episode 4 and
Everything.
this. Then I guess, but
Mhm.
it feel it
Gives
it,
me that Avatar
felt-
feel.
yeah,
where
it
it's just-
felt like
It's beautiful, but there's not much going on really.
yeah, it
Yeah,
felt
that's true.
like it felt to me like, and don't get me wrong, I liked the movie better this time because now I finally felt like I was watching the entire film in one sitting for once. So I have more respect for it than I did. But I do feel like it's the Matrix with a Tron skin suit.
Oh yeah. Katie also said to us once on a stream that Tron was her favorite franchise. And as far as I can remember, yeah, but I do love how they upgraded the Tron cycles compared to the original movie.
Mhm.
Because they look way more realistic in here, like actual sports cars you would go out and drive, kind of like the ones from the Fast and Furious in the coding.
Yeah, I think they were influenced by those movies a little bit.
Yeah,
Clearly.
that's a
yeah.
good point.
It's interesting though that they're kind of a de-evolution of the concept. The light cycles in the first movie are completely enclosed. You've got the whole but in the Legacy, it's a bike and you're connected into it, but there's you're missing the whole shell that the first movie had.
Yeah,
But then sometimes, one time, one of them was riding in one that was like a shell.
Yeah, the one that Flynn created for the games before Clue took over
Okay.
was more of the old style bike. He just brought it forward into the new grid, so it was updated visualization of the original concept.
Okay. I guess I didn't catch that part about it.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the interesting thing in Legacy when
Yeah,
it comes to Clue is just since he is very much Flynn in a lot of ways. There is still that sort of old school aesthetic about him.
Yeah,
That it's like he has like one foot in both worlds, the 80s and the present
Yeah.
day of the film. And I like the idea of that because because like Flynn says, he's me. He is me.
Hmm.
Just kind of a more screwed up version. He didn't screw it up. I screwed it up because he's me. So he has all of my, he has all of my weaknesses.
Yeah, but isn't the reason why Clue is evil is because some of the evil program from the original Tron movie, he got some of that energy inside of him?
yeah.
I don't
The
know
red
that
energy?
I
That
don't know
wasn't.
that I caught any of that. It was just that Flynn, when he created Tron, wanted to create the perfect
Perfect.
system,
Yeah, there was
Mhm.
something about
and all of his drive, all of Flynn's drive, was concentrated in Clue to perfection.
Yeah.
And as every other movie we've ever seen says, having somebody going for perfection 100% is always going to end badly.
mhm.
And also
It-
giving computer programs or robots free will would basically they'll turn on you.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
the Will Smith I, Robot movie that came out like same period,
Yeah,
basically.
it was like 6 years prior. Yeah,
Hmm.
it was about
But,
6 years prior.
The whole
I don't
thing
hate
was,
iRobot. I don't hate it.
Yeah, I loved iRobot.
yeah,
It's pretty
absolutely. It was a
fun.
great. I love that movie. It's a great
Yeah.
movie. But it's the same thing. You know, they gave Vicky the drive to protect humanity at all costs. Well, as it turns out, protecting humanity means controlling humanity because humans
Oh
do
yeah.
dumb stuff all the time.
Well, I mean, we've been
Unintended
warned about this stuff
consequences.
since, way back in the Terminator days.
It's like the meme
So,
about the book
Even the
"Do Not
Matrix
Create the
days too.
Torment." It's like the meme about that "Do Not Create the Torment Nexus." Good news, we've created the Torment Nexus from the book "Do Not Create the Torment Nexus."
Mm-hmm. That too.
But yeah, and it's everything Clue did was to create his idea of perfection, and things that aren't orderly and perfect get steamrolled.
hmm
Oh yeah.
Also, is it weird that like Clue's face and Flynn's face when he was younger, it looked sort of off, like he was a video game character?
Oh
Right.
yeah.
But,
Yeah.
but here's the thing: if this could have been explained away immediately, if everybody looked like that in the Tron world, but that's not. Everybody looked like humans. They look like people just in the computer
Mhm.
world. And
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
this is
okay,
the
so
problem
you
brought
ruined
up earlier.
Tron and Flynn and Clue and Flynn's face, and the explanation. Well, it's a video game. No, everybody else don't look like video game characters. You should have fixed it in post, but they were lazy and they didn't care. So
Yeah.
The problem was this was basically the first use of this de-aging
de-aging. Yes, that was
technology,
pretty. Yeah.
Tech-
and it wasn't there.
technically speaking, because in the X-Men movies, the third one, right? They de-aged Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen's by 15 or 20 years.
Yeah.
So maybe it depends on the person. Also, Arnold,
in
unofficially-
Salvation.
and I was talking about the third Terminator movie, right?
Yeah, that's
They
true.
didn't say they de-aged him, but they did. They de-aged him by 15 years.
Huh,
And I mean,
interesting.
you could even
They
explain it-
secretly did that. That was
You
the
can even
first time that
explain
they
it
did that. No, they
with
didn't explain it.
Clue, But
They
I mean,
wanted
in
to
this
keep it-
in
And
Tron,
Adam.
Oh yeah,
they
in
could have
Tron.
explained it with Clue and with Tron himself. Their programs from the old system. When when Flynn brought them forward into his new grid, they weren't exactly compatible, so the facial skin's not quite there. Just a simple throwaway
Yeah,
like that would have
they need an
papered over.
upgrade or a mod to eventually fix it, but it's too
They're
hard to
they're not
program.
they're not upscaled properly.
Yeah, they need a while for it to fix properly. Yeah, they could have explained it like that.
Yeah, that could have been. But also, this film also features a famous actor who became super legendary in Oppenheimer. Oh, and look at this.
This was one of the things that was
Oh, yeah.
disappointing to me was that Cillian Murphy is not in more of the film than he is. He's in that one scene.
I
when
had
he's-
totally forgotten that he was in this.
Yeah.
Me
I
too.
think they were trying to set him up as going to be the antagonist for the potential follow-up film to Legacy, and unfortunately that got tossed. So
Yeah.
all of that
Yeah,
work
they
just
can't.
went.
They canceled it. They
Yeah.
scrapped it
They
because
scrapped it.
originally it was supposed to be a third movie, but because it underperformed, or Disney said it underperformed, aka we got Star Wars now, so why should we care about a third Tron movie?
Yeah,
Mhm.
100%.
That's the real reason why they scrapped it. They're like, oh, we got Star Wars, we don't need Tron.
I'm shocked that Legacy got made because it's about 30 years too late.
Well, I think they were trying hard to buy Star Wars at the time, and George kept saying no, right? So they're like, ugh, fine. Then we'll make our own sci-fi thing. Oh yeah, we do. We have a thing called Tron. Let's just repurpose it for the new generation.
Yeah,
I
they should have focused on that, but they were too lazy and greedy and obsessed with George Lucas to give a damn about their own product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, the
This was
rumor
literally-
I'm hearing about Ares is that actually Jared Leto is a producer on it.
It
and
makes
got Ares
sense.
off the ground so he could be in a Tron movie or whatever. And
Oh, really? I
Well,
hadn't
well,
heard that.
so's Well, so's Trent Reznor. So, you
Well,
know,
good because
Yeah.
Good
Jeff
for Trent.
Bridges, Jeff
Bad
Bridges
for
isn't
us.
getting Jeff Bridges isn't getting any younger. So if they're going to do a fourth Tron movie, let's do it while he's alive and not Frankenstein him.
Yeah,
And
I hear
act
you.
like-
yeah.
Let's do that.
They
We don't want a Paul
Frankensteined him in
Walker.
Legacy. Though. He
No,
looks
yeah, but at
That's
least
true.
he's alive.
Yeah.
Paul Walker
Oh.
was dead for most of the movie,
Yeah,
and
no,
they
I hear what you're
reanimated him.
Yeah, that too.
Okay. So can I ask kind of a quick off-topic question since it's been brought up? I did the Fast and the Furious movie, that last one with Paul Walker. I never saw it. How much of that film is his character in? How much of it is
in
he
reality?
animated in?
In reality, the real Paul Walker, right? He's about like 20 or 30%, maybe 40% in the movie. The rest of it is an actor and his two brothers
With
that
his
were body
face.
double. Yeah, with
Yeah.
his face
Yeah.
and his voice. They used a voice changer to
Mm.
digitally alter his to make
Yeah.
it sound like actually Paul talking as
Mm.
Brian. So yeah, 40%, and the rest was actually just them. It was just body doubles.
Yeah, that too.
And it was the seventh. It was Furious 7
Okay.
that he died, but he shot some scenes, and then they finished it with the other people.
Yep.
I call it the Crow treatment, like they did with Brandon.
Yeah, I
Lee.
was just thinking of the Crow when you were talking about that. Yeah.
They completed it using stuntmen / body doubles. They digitally imposed his face, and it was done good for
It
the
was
Crow.
done. But I think he had filmed quite a bit more.
Yeah, I
than
think he
Paul
shot
Walker.
I would say 70 or 80% of his scenes were shot.
That's what I
So
heard.
yeah, it was like 80% completed, 70 to 80%, and the rest of it they used body doubles. They used stand-ins
And
to
that's
finish it.
That's why you don't see the skeleton character from the comic, because they hadn't gotten to any of those scenes yet.
Mm.
So that's why that subplot's not in there.
Yeah, that too.
But yeah.
And also, I
Yeah.
like that they use special lighting tricks, camera tricks.
Silhouette. Yeah.
They did silhouettes, like he hid his face a little bit in certain scenes. They made it dark, so you can't really see his face sometimes, because in reality, that's not really him. Or maybe they did it in post and they purposely did it in certain scenes where it was actually him, just so that way you don't think, oh, this isn't really him, is it?
Well, luckily, it's a very dark film.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like
helped.
that because it helped. That grungy, gloomy look, it hid the imperfections of doing that back then. Because I don't know if you could have done it perfectly unless you had $100 million.
No, and it's
Back
all
then.
practical. There's no CG really in The Crow.
They a little bit. When they imposed his face, that was CGI.
Yeah, which
Um,
can
Yeah.
also be done optically. So
Because originally they were going to use a mold mask thing on the
Oh.
body doubles, and the actors were like, "No, we can't do that. No,
No.
we already saw him die in front of us. We can't. No, it looks horrifying."
Mm.
So they scrapped it. They said they destroy it, but being Hollywood, I doubt it. I think some
No way.
collector has it. They said it's destroyed, but they have it hidden away somewhere.
yeah, no way.
These masks that they produced of his face.
Yeah. Also, furthermore, going further in, while they were on the run from Clue and his forces, both Flynn and Cora, who they eventually meet up, and she brings him over to his father, who was taking refuge far away from where his evil doppelganger was headquartered, and he was glad to reunite with his son. Yeah, as soon as he came into the grid from playing an arcade game at his old arcade place.
Oh, speaking of games, I do want to shout out the original Tron arcade game because that was one of my favorite games ever.
Oh, absolutely.
You got to play light cycles. You got to play the disc game. There were two others, but that's where my quarters went.
You know what's
Mhm.
interesting about the first Tron movie though? Like the music, right? The licensed music that they only had one licensed song, and that was Journey. It was the same song repeated on loop.
Yeah.
They didn't have a budget to have other licensed songs. It wasn't until Legacy that they actually had Sweet Dreams, right?
Oh,
They
that.
Oh
actually
yeah,
had
that's
a
right. And another one too.
yeah, they had two. Like they were
Yeah.
very stingy on the budget here, but at least it was better than the first one where they only had a Journey on loop of the same song.
Not that you needed more than Daft Punk, but yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like you could have gotten Daft Punk, a Daft Punk song like "Around the World" or "One More Time," since you're already using them for the movie. That
They may
should have
not
been
have wanted to. They might want to have only wanted to do fresh stuff. I mean,
probably yeah.
I could see Trent Reznor making the same decisions. Like, that was
Yeah.
20 years ago. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, he doesn't want to put "Hurt" or "Burn" in the movie because then it would be like Daft Punk's music video.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
I can't begrudge him for that. Or
Yeah.
Daft Punk. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That too. Yeah. They, as soon as they were making their way back, they came to this restaurant that was hosted by someone close with Kevin Flynn in the digital world. Eventually, when Clue arrived, he and his forces started to destroy the place with the owners inside. Yeah, he was after Sam's disc and wanted to use it for his own purpose.
Well, no, he wasn't after Sam's disc. He was after Flynn's.
Flynn's.
Disc.
Yeah,
Because Flynn's disc was the only one that could reopen the portal to the real world from inside the computer. So
Yeah.
Glue needed Flynn's disc to complete his plan.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know what? You know it's a shame though, and it's probably because they didn't do the original third movie, not Ares. That
Yeah.
the ISO thing, it's a plot hole that they never expand upon. Why do they exist, other than they exist?
They just
they're-
created themselves. There's what I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't
Um,
fully elaborate. Like, were they humans that were experimented on, like they're doing with Ares? Like, oh, we're gonna put them in the digital world. They never elaborated about that. We just assume that they're hybrid human / computer program things.
Mm-hmm.
They
think-
never elaborated.
Yeah, Flynn had said basically that they were partially stuff that he had created, but that it was basically abiogenesis in the computer. They spontaneously assembled themselves from existing code.
Hmm.
And it was
Hmm.
there was this whole thing he kept going on about once they were out into the real world, they were going to change everything. That was the part that was never explained. How are they going to change it? Why are these programs special that they're going to change all of human existence? Nobody could ever explain how that
Yeah,
how
and then
that was.
they have the whole weird thing too of, again, like you said, Flynn saying that these beings are going to change the world, but yet Clue sees them as imperfections that need to be destroyed.
Yeah.
It's like, can we get
and I-
equal here?
And I feel like the ISO storyline that was going to be for the second sequel for Tron, right?
Mhm.
Legacy Part 2 or whatever it was going to be called before it became Ares.
Ascension.
Yeah, Ascension. Thanks. Now I think they just they kind of scrapped it but repurposed it almost, because now they're in the real world. But now Flynn's son's not going to be involved. Or maybe he is. Maybe he's going to be a cameo appearance if they do a fourth movie. He's going to be at the end of the third with Cora.
Yeah.
From
They
what
might.
I've heard, the setup to Ares is going to be, Sam came back. He was with Cora. They took over NCOM, and like 5 years after he came back, the economy crashed. He fumbled it, and this new person took over NCOM from Sam, and he's out of the picture entirely.
Yeah, and this is again where I have the beef, and I'm just going by what little I know about Ares. is that they're bringing in the new head of the company is supposed to be another Dillinger son, who's played by Evan Peters, and I'm like, guys, you had Killian freaking Murphy.
You had
Just
him
go
there.
back and get. I have nothing against Evan Peters, but you had Killian Murphy. You've already set him up. Just bring him back. Give him however much money he wants, and just bring him back. So
Yeah,
I don't get where they're going with this. Is
neither do
Well,
I.
Well, the
Problem.
only reason why they're doing this is, like you said, probably because Jared Leto and Trent Reznor is involved, and they're like, well, we normally don't get these guys involved in our projects, so let's use them before they leave.
Yeah, I think Leto had a lot of weight to throw around on this. I don't know why, because he's not a box office draw, but he must have put some money
he
into
must
it.
he must be a huge fan of Tron. He's like, look, I can use this as a way to introduce more stuff into the franchise, basically like Pirates of the Caribbean, but more of a computer video game, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Virtual reality. I mean, if he's gonna do it, might as well, because Jeff Bridges and I forgot the gentleman's name that played Tron in the original
Bruce
Bruce
Boxleitner.
Boxleitner.
yeah, Bruce. They're in their 70s, man, and they're
Yeah,
not
they're
getting
old.
it. You got to semi reboot it, even with Flynn's son and with Jared Leto. You got to have them continue the franchise. You can have them, you can have Tron and Flynn be in the background as like important like figures, like political figures in that world.
I think
But they can't
Jared
be.
Leto is trying to reinvent his career. What was the last thing? Morbius? I mean,
Morbius,
yeah,
Yeah, but
Poison.
he's pulling with the Rock now. Like Rock failed with Black Adam, and now he's doing the Smashing Machine because
he's a curse.
Yeah.
The only thing decent that I've seen him in, one is Requiem for a Dream, and the other is Blade Runner 2049.
I would also say Fight Club, because Fight Club is
Oh, I
It was
forgot
pretty
he was in that.
yeah, he was Angel. He was Angel. Remember the bleach blonde?
Yeah, I'll give him
hair?
that one too.
Yeah, that was a
he
good
was
movie.
good. He was good in Panic Room. That
I
was the
didn't-
first time I ever saw him. Was
I
in
like
Panic Room.
Switchback. I like.
Yeah.
He was Switchback. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That too.
And we don't really know of his Joker because they cut his scenes out from Suicide Squad because he was trouble to deal with on set.
We got
Yeah.
a taste of it at the end of the Snyder Cut, and he was much better than he was in the first Suicide Squad.
Yeah, because I really want to see the original cut of that movie, because
Same.
I can't say he's bad, but that's in small doses. I want to see the full thing to see how bad it is, because we don't know. We don't.
After you.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, they should have brought Sam and Cora back for this movie. I mean, they did help bring many folks back as they could for the second one, and clearly getting rid of them in favor of their own gig was very much a big mistake. But at the end, Cora was the first to.
Not to be a pig, but how is Cora looking these days? He's still
And she still looks
Smoking
okay.
Okay, but the makeup and the stress,
uh-huh.
The last
and her
time I
being a
saw
director, and getting divorced by her husband for cheating on him with Harry Styles, that doesn't help either. But
No.
Was
that's
that deleted?
I said the last time I remember, because I didn't bother with "Don't Worry, Darling" when I heard the plot of
Me
that
either.
movie. I went, nope.
It was literally a
Um,
Jordan Peterson 1950s hate film. That's all it was.
Yeah.
It was literally that.
The last thing I saw her in was what was it? Afterlife, Ghostbusters Afterlife, because she's Gozer at the end.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot she was in that. I don't even
Oh,
remember her
tried
being
to
Also-
in
block
that.
out that whole
Also,
thing.
they might recast Olivia Wilde with another actress and call her Cora, because she's probably too busy, or she probably wants too much money.
I wish they did that more often now. I honestly, before CG was, reigning supreme, we replaced actors all the time in franchises and nobody really cared. Either they were good or they were bad, but, it wasn't like a deal breaker to replace
did
the
that with
Batgirl.
Katie Holmes in The Dark Knight. They replaced her with
Yeah.
another actress.
Yeah,
with Maggie Gyllenhaal,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and they did the same thing with Commissioner Gordon. They replaced him in the sequel with Tommy Lee Jones as Two-Face. So, you know.
You mean Billy D. Williams?
Yeah, but no, I know it's Billy D. Williams, but he was just commissioner. Not commissioner. He was
Harvey Dent.
Harvey
Harvey
Dent. He was Harvey
Harvey
Dent only. He wasn't Two Face yet. But Tommy Lee Jones, they said no, you're going to be Two Face. They did not even explain why. Basically, they act like the other movie never happened.
Yeah, that
With
too.
Billy D. Williams being Harvey Dent.
And that
they
doesn't
ignored it.
automatically bother me at all. I wish, I don't know. It's a
Yeah,
personal.
I mean, they
personal
did it with Val Kilmer. They did it with Val Kilmer with Michael Keaton, and then they did it with George Clooney, which I think he's terrible as
I
Batman.
think it's my turn to be Batman next. Everyone's played
Yeah.
Batman.
yeah. So much switcheroo going on back then.
Oh, and while we're on the subject of casting, I would like to announce right now that I have officially been chosen by Amazon to be the next James Bond.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh, we got the
So,
inside scoop.
Interesting.
Are they going to let you use a gun?
Yeah.
They're going to let me use a gun, not necessarily a gun. Sorry.
That's funny. Hi, SJ. Yeah. Yeah, this scene was with Sam and Quora leaving the arcade and riding off into the morning. It was quite touching, too. Yeah, they should have considered bringing these two back and having Quora experience life in the real world for the first time instead of just going too far forgetting about them over the stupid shift that occurred 10 years ago.
Well, this is my fear with Ares. It's that it's going to go the way of the Westworld series, and having them in real world is going to be absolute balls.
Yep. And that's where we're headed with Tron Ares now.
Yeah, exactly.
Leto and the ghetto of Disney. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my other question is, if the computer is 3D printing all of these programs to be in the real world, why would it print a beard?
A beard? Oh, yeah.
Jared Leto's got like an Oakland bartender beard in this, and I can't make it make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And he still looks like himself as you know who from Religion. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. If climbing an Empire State Building was to help build enough respect and hype, well, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, it takes more than just pulling off publicity stunts in real life to actually pull off a performance in an amazing film. I mean, he's got to actually prove himself, and clearly, because of what he's been put into by the executives in Hollywood studios, it clearly hasn't been easy. I mean, last Disney movie that I remember seeing him in was in the Haunted Mansion as the villain known as the Hatbox Ghost. And
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
yeah, it was the setting took place in Louisiana, and that's exactly where Jared Leto himself was born as well. Just not New Orleans, but somewhere north of the great city.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, going back to Legacy for a moment, I did love that appearing in the Underlined Club was Daft Punk as the house band
Yeah.
in E3.
Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah. It's
That
awesome.
that was just such a nice touch. I was so glad to see them do that.
That's cool. I don't know if it was actually the group Daft Punk because the guys who played Daft Punk, there was a French movie, right? That was essentially an album for like a music video album of Human After All.
Yeah, 555.
Yeah, and no, it's another one. I forgot the name of the
it's not.
French movie. It was a sequel to that, and it was a French film, and nobody talks, so anybody can watch it. You don't need subtitles. It was literally mute for the most part.
Yeah.
Those guys weren't Daft Punk. They were actors, and supposedly the guys in the movie, I don't think they were Daft Punk. They were just the guys from that movie, and the ones who accepted their awards for Random Access Memories were the same dudes in that French movie.
I don't
That's
have a
entirely
problem with that.
possible.
That's
Yeah.
kind of slick, actually.
Yes, because
Yeah.
they don't want to be famous. They just want to produce music, and because
I
when they
think that's
first
why
started
they
off,
broke up. Yeah.
they wore helmets /
Mhm.
mask to hide their face. When
Yeah.
they were doing interviews, they're like, "Yeah, we don't want to be famous. We don't want to be celebrities. We just want to compose music, and that's
I
all we
Yeah.
respect
do."
Yeah, that's
Speaking of hiding
that's
faces,
cool, actually.
So yeah, those guys most likely were
Weren't
the
them.
Daft
Yeah.
Punk guys in the movie for
Yeah.
that reason.
was Leto ever part of the Daft Punk, or is that something?
No,
else?
no, Leto wasn't. It was a Mission to Mars. He was not a part of Daft Punk.
30 Seconds to Mars or
30
something.
Seconds of Mars. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Also in this movie, he's joined by an actress of Korean descent.
Mhm.
They say her name is Eve Kim in the movie. I forgot the actress's name. But
Greta Lee. Yeah, she was in a movie a couple of years ago called Past Lives. That actually wasn't
Oh,
bad,
that's her.
but very obviously a very different movie from this because that was like an independent little dramatic film, character drama, and then jumping from doing like small independent films into this big action film. Yeah, we'll see how she does, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
Everyone gets a chance.
Yeah, that too. Even Evan Peters, who has just been cast. I mean, it wouldn't be. It's not the first time he ever has worked with Disney under their umbrella. I mean, even when reprising his role as, even though he appeared in WandaVision, they did a big twist that instead of him being Quicksilver from the X-Men universe, they instead decided to make him act like he was someone impersonating Wanda's brother, and then have him revealed to be some guy with a weird last name and stuff. I mean, who wrote that? Who wrote the script with all that stuff anyway?
People who can't write a movie.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really weird.
Also, Jeff Bridges accidentally. I don't think he accidentally. I think he did it on purpose. He leaked that he was going to be in the movie before, like 6 months before it was going to come out.
Disney probably leaked that or asked him to.
Yeah.
Well, I don't blame him because look, you need all the star power you need. Jared Leto, he's like The Rock. He's not going to save your movie because his name's in it.
No.
Yeah. because
So
he was more of a singer to me
yeah,
than an actual actor.
and he's in a.
Yeah. He's not a draw.
Yeah, he's a cameo. Like his appearance is a cameo, but he leaked it on a podcast and said, "Yeah, I'm going to be in the new Tron movie," and he wasn't supposed to do that. I'm like, you do what you got to do to sell tickets. It doesn't matter. He wasn't supposed to be on promotional pictures, posters, nothing. He leaked it, and I don't blame him. It's like, I want to be in another Tron movie. I don't want this franchise to die or wait 15 years when I'm 90 years old if I'm alive.
Yep.
You don't want to do that.
Yeah, and you don't want to go bringing him an actors in for press tours just to use them to prop up certain movies that they have limited time in either. I mean, bait and switch is what kind of ruins people's experiences in the movies. I mean, it was fair enough for him to have two roles in the Legacy, one where he has himself de-aged as the villain, and him being himself in his character's current day age, same age as him. Yeah, and he's kind of and Ares. And speaking of Ares, we know he's named after the god of war, and that he is, and he as the titular character serves as an orange program going rogue against the others for the heart of good and stuff, including the speed bikes. I mean, there was this one scene I saw from the previews where he was inside one of these big tanks that was being created by Dillinger in inside his facility, and he was inside it and came out and to reveal himself. Yeah, it's kind of strange too.
I'll give it a chance.
It'd be crazy if they do a twist, and in reality, like they pull, like remember the movie Doom, where you think the Rock is actually the hero, and then he turns bad at the end.
Mhm.
What if Jared Leto turns bad, and then Sam comes back to fight him, and then they do the fourth movie, they fight each other.
Yeah, that would be
He
interesting.
was just pretending to be a good guy just to get to Flynn.
Yeah, that.
Imagine
And then,
that.
of course, here's the big question that we're avoiding. How exactly is Flynn back? Because Legacy makes it look like,
He died.
yeah, Flynn's toast, you know?
More than likely is that he teleported to another cyber world. He like at the last minute. They're probably going to say that he got himself out of that world to go into another pocket world.
He de-resed.
Basically, he's like a video game character. He dies and he comes back.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh no, I survived by being in this world. So
I don't know. I think Ares is pretty much ignoring the events of Legacy, and that anything
Yeah, it
that
is.
happens is going to be, we're starting from the end of the original Tron, not Legacy.
Yeah, but also you want to know who else is in it with a Greek name, but is also a villain for now. This one goes by Athena. Yeah, some of the characters. Yeah, this black actress right here plays Athena. I forgot her name, but she's sure to be working under Dillinger's control to hunt down Ares for whatever he's in possession of.
if she's supposed to be Athena, why is her hair so short? I don't get that. She should have her hair. Yeah, but I get that. But like, if you want to have Athena have her hair in a ponytail, that's fine. If you want to give her blonde hair or whatever, like, just give her a ponytail or something. Instead, no, we're gonna give her a buzz cut because let's do that. Let's give her a fade. Let's do that.
Because it's more androgynism. That's what's in right now.
Yeah, and it really isn't helping with folks when they're marketing this stuff either.
Because back in the days, man, like you get women in there, like it's same thing with men. You want to get attractive people in your film so people can go and watch it. Like it's not a secret, right? Instead, you're like, no, let's make it worse. We don't want people's money. We don't want tickets to the theaters. We're just gonna play to empty seats.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jane Turner Smith, that's the actress's name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking at her filmography, I don't recognize any of these movies, but that's me.
That's Acolyte she was in, right?
Oh God.
Oh, was she?
I hope not.
So
Neither do I, but that's Disney for you, since they own Lucasfilm.
no, they don't have Acolyte listed here.
Well, she could have been an extra, like she could have just been a background character. Like she may have not had a big part. She would have just been there. Because Disney they have a habit of doing that. Whenever they want somebody...
my gosh, I just saw who she was. Okay, so I don't think I've seen anything that she's been in, but you know who this chick is? She was...
wait, I'm sorry, she was. Go ahead.
She was the race-swapped Anne Boleyn.
Oh, and she was actually the mother.
She was supposed to be Anne Boleyn. You remember in that Amazon Prime thing where they took a real historical character and changed races on them? Yeah,
of course,
that was her. And yeah, she was in Acolyte. I saw that too.
Yeah, it's that mother of the two of the twins. Yeah, and the person who, and the actress who played her lover was in Daredevil. Born Again, not the original. Yeah, that played the Zebrick. She was in Daredevil. Well, yeah, and she appears in this movie right here. yeah, when it comes to being in the Disney umbrella, a lot is possible.
Dear Disney, stop.
Knock it
This-
off,
this-
Disney.
Agreed.
Stop. Oh my God.
Poor Eraserhead.
I'm sorry, Eraserhead, but yeah.
Yeah, next time I ought to bring this guy on to join us for stuff too. Yeah. There's no telling how well it's going to do at the box office, but after this weekend, I'm sure we'll find out. But thanks again for coming on, everybody.
Absolutely.
Thanks for inviting us.
Yep.
Yeah, I look forward to having you all on again too for future streams as well.
Thanks,
Absolutely.
Sergeant. Appreciate it.
Yep. And thanks again for joining, Zen.
Oh yeah, no problem. I'm sorry, I'm kind of fading. It's late for me, so I'm getting tired. But
No
thanks for
problem.
having me. It was
Yeah,
fun.
pleasure
Well-
meeting everyone.
Yeah,
Same.
I'll let each of you know when I'll be
Pleasure
ready
meeting everybody.
Thanks,
the
Sergeant.
next time.
Thank you all.
Yep.
And thank you to the chat.
Yes, very much. Thank you, chat.
Yep. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Good
See ya.
night.
Good night.
Say